It's the most significant highway and transportation ballot issue in the history of Texas. Proposition 7 aims to use sales tax money to fix highway problems, including problems right here in the Valley. CBS 4's Nestor Mato has all the details.
Texas Representative Joe Pickett says there's a highway funding crisis. He says Proposition 7 is the solution. Local drivers say some Valley highways are in desperate need of improvements.
They just haven't really maintained them. There's quite a bit of debris out there.
From San Benito all the way back to Harlingen, highly populated areas that need work that I'm surprised have not been done yet.
Representative Joe Pickett of El Paso says he knows why those roads have not yet been fixed.
For the last 10 years, we couldn't get the legislature to put any general revenue or new revenue into transportation.
That's why the chairman of the House for the Transportation Commission sponsored a measure that, if approved by voters, would set aside part of the state's sales tax to fund transportation improvements.
We came up with Prop 1 last year. That means $1.2 billion a year. But this proposition is 3 times that.
To make improvements, Representative Pickett says $18 billion was borrowed from out-of-state bondholders. It will now cost $30 billion to pay that back. If approved, the money from Prop 7 could be used to pay off that debt as well as fund new highway fixing projects.
We've projected that general sales tax will hit a new high in 2 years. So what we're asking on Prop 7 is to take a part of that new general sales tax.
In the state of Texas, 3/4 of the budget comes from sales tax. Here's a closer look at how this will work if passed. Beginning in September 2017, if state sales tax revenues exceed $28 billion, the next $2.5 billion of revenue would be directed to the State Highway Fund. Then in September 2019, if state motor vehicle sales and rental tax revenue exceeds $5 billion, 35% of the amount in excess would then be directed to the State Highway Fund. Local leaders will then decide which streets are in need of the most work.
You will be making the lion's shares of those decisions here in the Valley.
I would totally vote for that. It's needed to be done, and I believe it's overdue.
In Cameron County, Nestor Mato, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.
Early voting starts Monday. Proposition 7 hits the regular ballot on November 3rd.